Hey, what's going on everybody? Gus here. How you guys doing today? Alright, so IEMs, in-ear monitors. In my impressions video of the TIN T2s, I told you guys that either them or the Blonde BL03s, which I've recently reviewed and you can check that review up there, both of them were excellent choices, and doesn't really matter which one of them you go for, you'd be set, like just the same. But what reasons are there for you to actually pay $10 extra for the TIN T2s and its nuances? And what even are those? Well, the devil, as they say, is in the details, so today it's time to properly get into it right after this. One of the worst things ever to do, which is sign stuff, has kind of become even more annoying. And let's face it, it's dull to the point of, oh my god, most of the time, right? Not to mention the fact that it's not very green as well. All that paper, yeah, definitely not green. Here is where SignX from Wondershare comes in. It's a free application that lets you digitally sign any type of document with legally binding signatures. It's fast and simple to sign and send stuff. It's got a ton of free templates for different contracts. It's got multiple user support. You can send documents in bulk to a bunch of different recipients. There's encryption and password protection and real-time notifications for when a document is either opened, read, or signed that is displayed to you in a dashboard that's also obviously, updated in real time. And again, it's totally free up to the limit of 5 documents sent per month. But if you need more than that, or you just want more features, you can always grab yourself a premium account with an unlimited quota of documents to send and a bunch of other perks. This is basically a no-brainer, so check the link down below in the description to learn a bit more and start your free trial today. Okay, so the TIN T2s are roughly $10 more expensive. That's rounded up to $50 because the actual price would be $49.99. And depending on your view of product design, they may actually come out looking as the cheaper model. And this more industrial, sort of mechanical, sanded aluminum look, it feels like they belong and it feels super legit and serious. And I actually quite like this overall aesthetic. This appeals to me. The cable, on the other hand, is a mix of this same design language, which is minimal and to the point, and the exact opposite. It doesn't have any sort of heat shrink or hook design for your ears. It's simple looking with transparent MMCX connectors, and oh my god, is it flowy. This cable is the reason why I said in my Blonde BL03 review that I wasn't into cable switching yet. I 100% want all my cables for headphones and IEMs to feel like this from here on out. But then you get to the 3.5mm connection on the other hand, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks nice, gold-plated, little carbon fiber and all that, but the design language is such a departure from all the rest that's actually a bit unsettling. Now still, this is me nitpicking. The build alone feels like something that would come from a much more expensive piece of equipment. It's phenomenal. Now that end presentation is probably one of the reasons why TIN is actually a little bit more expensive than the BL03s, because look at this package. I mean, it's very nice, it's beautiful, looks like a little book. It's obviously not, but it also feels like a little bit of blue leather. Too bad it doesn't come with anything that would make actually carrying them a bit easier, so there's at least a couple of points for improvement right there. Now it comes with a couple of different tip options for you to choose from, and this could actually be a life-altering moment. Because you can go on with your life, not knowing that anything else exists, and keep using silicone tips and be happy, because ignorance is bliss, or you can try these blue foam bullets and get your mind blown to smithereens. The problem is that you're going to want those for everything all the time, and I couldn't find anywhere that actually sells them. Okay, so fit and finish is great, build is exceptional, they're super light, they have a nice presentation, they don't have anything for you to carry them in. The cable is gorgeous, the tips are magical, the design is minimalistic, there's nothing written on the actual IEMs. The only way you can know if one is left or right is the red and blue rings, but there is not a single marking or branding, there's no tin anywhere. So, and the actual cables also have little L's and R's for you to, play match. But how do they sound? Well, they sound stupid good. While they are a bit less energetic and they're a little bit more relaxed than the BL03s, they're also a bit less warm and they're not as heavy on the bass. while keeping an excellent sound representation and a tad bit of neutrality. They have well balanced and controlled highs, even though the S region is a tad bit sibilant, but since the presentation and execution is super smooth and it's not too bright, it's definitely not fatiguing or in your face, and you're almost never going to actually feel that little sibilance. But mid-range. Oh, mid-range is this IEM's ace up the sleeve. It's excellent. Timbre qualities to different presentations, separation, instrumentation, vocal characteristics and tonality, soundstage and imaging actually. There's almost a little quelling of the mid-range that soothes the sounds, bringing everything to a cozy state. Now, like the blondes, they do bring a little bit of space to your stage, and while the imaging isn't the most pinpoint accurate thing you're ever gonna hear, for the money this is actually kind of crazy. You have really good positional cues from audio all around you, especially to the sides and to the back of you, which is not something that's easy to find, but as it's not perfect, when it comes to the front, even though the imaging is still as accurate as coming from every other direction, the space is a little bit different, as if you were closer to that imaginary wall in front of you rather than to the sides or to your back. But even so, this is a level of performance that you should only be seeing quite a ways up the price ladder actually. There are headphones around $200, $250, yeah, $250, that have a hard time performing like this. Now the low end is good, but it's not going to hit you as deeply and with all that dynamics that you could expect from something like the BL03s. And this is actually an area where both kind of trade blows, because the tins for the mid-range are absolutely excellent, and then the low end, the blondes kick ass. Yes, some genres of music are enhanced when the headphones themselves are a bit more energetic and exciting. And actually that has a lot to do with our own mood as well, so it's not even only about the music, but still the T2s keep stuff a little bit smoother and more controlled, so it's a relaxing experience actually using them. Listening to classical music, little suave EDM, competitive gaming, even with the front imaging thing, these have kind of been my go-to lately. Even for movies or for when I'm playing stuff that's more immersive, for lack of a better word, these are still an all-you-need sort of little IEM package. You put these things on and you can just wear them for hours on end, which is really good. Now, since I do own both, honestly, I kind of like the BL03's sound signature a tad bit more overall, especially when a more heavy-hitting bass low end is nicer for that specific experience, or for when I just want to get punched in the face by my own music after a kettle full of coffee. But the T2s are more than well suited to being your only pair of IEMs, which actually makes it good that they can scale very nicely, meaning that feeding them with clean sources, a good DAC and good amp is going to actually add to the performance. They have room for improvement. And they're not too revealing, so it's not like you're gonna buy them and all of a sudden all your other gear is gonna sound like crap because of it. So what does all that mean for the T2s? What's actually different that's worth or not those extra $10? Well, the foam bullets are definitely worth the $10 alone, so I'm gonna take them out of the equation to level the playing field, sort of. Construction, fit, finish, comfort, all that is much too similar between both IEMs, even if the tins actually do seem to be put together a tad bit more nicely. But again, it's much more a matter of design language. It either speaks to you or it doesn't, which leaves us with sound and the cable. Now, the cable definitely is worth the extra $10. It doesn't make anything sound better as far as I know, but it is a part of the experience and your usage of the IEMs. So for that, and for being beautiful, and for being flowy, and for being delicious, they're worth it. Totally, 100%. And the sound is sort of a matter of taste and preference. It kind of depends on what you're looking for your next IEM and what tingles your ear canals. In the end, I could just say, pick whichever seemed to fit your style the best and go be happy. But there's another way out. Just go and buy them both. Get one now and one next month. Sell something that you're not really using around the house to make up the money. Sell something that you are using for all I care. Just start to get your collection together, because that's the dream, right? To have all the different flavors, from warm and heavier hitting quality bass to neutral and balanced and more cozy sounds. Plus, you get to use those magical blue bullets with all your other IEMs, so win-win. But seriously, you cannot go wrong here. The T2s are flipping excellent, and if you sum up all the rights, you have a really killer package for $50. It's absolutely worth it. And that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, so like, subscribe, and leave any comments or suggestions down below as usual if you're feeling like it. Down below are also all the links to everything we've talked about today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.